Good morning, adventurers.
Morning.
From Boston. This morning we hopped a Greyhound from Providence over to Boston. It was just like an hour ride, super quick, super easy.
Very easy. There wasn't too much traffic, which was nice.
Yeah, but we are smack downtown right now exploring the city. We've only been to Boston one time before and it was freezing and we only had like a layover here, so we didn't get to see it properly. So we're gonna spend the day exploring the city. We are going to try some delicious goodies.
Oh yeah, hopefully see some sights. I don't know, we only have one day and Boston's kind of big, so we'll see how much we can pack in, but I'm pretty excited for it. And the weather could not be better.
Yeah, you can see there's a ton of people out. We're just at some random square. I'm not sure exactly what it is, but there's so many cool historic buildings and monuments and all kinds of stuff around the city, so I'm super excited to just kind of wander around and discover it all. So Boston is one of the oldest cities in the country. It was founded in 1630 and it has a population of about 800,000 people. This city is known as the birthplace of the American Revolution.
And since then, there have been a lot of really cool firsts in this city. The first subway system, the first public school was here, and they even had the US's first chocolate factory, which is very important.
We just stumbled into a market called Quincy Market. And I think we saw a couple other little market halls next to it.
North Market and South Market, I think, on either side?
Yeah, so there's a bunch of stuff here that you can try all sorts of sweets, and they had a clam chowder over there, but we have a special place that we're going to go.
Yes.
We just ran into some viewers. Hi.
How's it going? What's going on?
Hi.
Matthew.
See ya. This is really cool. They have like an oyster and clam bar, I guess, here, so you can just pick out what you want and he shucks it right there for you. That's really cool.
Yeah, we've done like a sushi bar before, but never something like this. This is really cool. For lunch, we have come to Union Oyster House for some delicious Massachusetts goodies. They should be out in just a moment, but really cool thing we just learned about this restaurant. It is the oldest continuously opened restaurant in U.S. history, apparently. It's been open since 1826, I guess. The building's been here much longer, but it's been an oyster bar the whole time. And we saw downstairs photos where the oyster bar that we saw has been here for at least 100 years or so, which is pretty cool.
They brought us out some cornbread to start with, and let me just tell you, it is absolutely delicious. I've lathered mine in butter, and it's not grainy like cornbread is a lot of the time. It's more cakey, don't you think?
Yeah, it's like a corn cake. It's super sweet and delicious, really corny.
Just like that joke.
Just like that joke. We actually ran into a couple viewers outside, Matthew and Reese, shout out, hey! But they said that the cornbread was going to be delicious, and you guys did not lie. It is spectacular.
And there's the chowder.
This is all we got. Just kidding.
We actually ordered a bowl and had them split it up into two. Thank you.
Imagine this. That's a bowl. This is the Boston Clam Chowder, and we read that the difference between this and a New England clam chowder is that this one's got this white, creamy broth, and then I guess New England clam chowder is more of a clear broth? I didn't know. Now I do. It smells so good though.
It looks really good.
Yeah, we had chowder recently on the other coast. Was it Seattle?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty good. So we'll have to see how this stacks up. It looks really nice and easy. Just a bunch of potatoes and fish in there, I think.
Beautiful.
That is so rich and so creamy and buttery, and the clams in there are just super nice. They're not chewy at all. They're just a little squishy, and the potatoes are well done, so they have a little bit of a bite to them, but you just sink right through it all. It's got the little hint of pepper. Oh, it's really good. It's really like just exactly what it is, creamy, clammy deliciousness.
That chowder was absolutely delicious. I've completely destroyed mine. Allison hasn't even touched hers. She's taking her time.
I'm eating the cornbread, man, and getting Instagram stories.
Wow, we ordered the vegetables and had no idea we were going to get a huge bowl full of them.
We were just trying to be a little healthy. This has nothing to do probably with Boston, but
yeah.
Oh my
So
god.
We've got some corn here, peppers, onions, courgette, squash.
Gosh. But
Steaming, man. It's fresh.
what we really ordered was this little boy.
The baked beans.
The Boston baked beans.
Boston actually has its own style of baked beans called Boston baked beans, and I just learned, according to Wikipedia anyway, that it's nicknamed Beantown because of the popularity of these beans. So they are made with molasses and salt pork, which sounds really interesting. They don't smell super sweet or anything. Those are super good. They do have a little bit of a sweetness to it. The flavor is delicious, a little bit salty. We actually have been eating baked beans a lot lately. Ever since we did our little campfire dinner up in England, we've been getting baked beans for our breakfast all the time, but these are super delicious. How much, this is just a side that they offer here. What was the price of this side?
Like $6 USD.
6 USD, so not too bad because you get basically a boatload of beans. Too much for one person actually, so you better get in on this. We're really not used to being in a place in the USA where there's quite so much history. It's
Yeah, seeing buildings from like the 1700s, it's
yeah,
pretty
some of them
unheard of.
even older than that though, which is really old for the USA. But everywhere you turn, there's like a plaque and a statue just commemorating the building and certain things that happened there. There's the Freedom Trail, which you can walk all throughout the city that takes you to all these historical spots.
Yeah.
It's very cool. I wish we had more time in the city now that we're here. We'll have to come back though.
So much history to see and experience here.
Now we are at the next place we wanted to check out. It is the Marriott that is actually in this amazing old clock tower from the 1800s. We should be able to get in there and see the view from the top, so we've heard.
Rumor has it. We're gonna go ask very nicely and hope that that still exists.
So it turns out you cannot go up to the top until like 6 p.m.
They said
something, right?
once it's 6 p.m. they take you up. It's $7 a person, but it all gets donated. But dang, online it said that you could just go up there for free.
Oh well. All right, well, we're gonna go get some donuts.
It's night in the city, and I'm on my way back home. Humming on my favorite ditty, swinging like Natalie Cole. But then out of the blue,
Well, y'all, we hit our afternoon slump. So instead of going and taking a nap, we came and got some cold brew from Blackbird Donuts, and more importantly, donuts. Because another thing that Boston is known for is apple cider donuts. And this place supposedly has some of the best around. So we didn't quite realize that they don't have an area to sit inside.
Yeah, so this is where we're sitting. That'll do.
Yeah.
They at least have a bench.
Yeah, that's okay. Oh man, Eric went with the Boston cream pie one though, because we figure come to Boston, get some sort of Boston cream pie, right? I guess it's not really pie, it's more of a Boston cream donut. And this little sucker is the apple cider donut. Oh man, look at all that cinnamon and sugar on there. It smells like a candle.
Really
this is a super dense cake donut, and I guess it's made with apple cider, and then it's coated, as you can tell, in cinnamon and sugar. Here we go. Woo, baby. This is just the epitome of fall. It is, this cake donut part is just so thick and like spongy almost. And it's got this nice, like, the cider gives it kind of a tanginess. And then so much cinnamon and sugar on there. Oh my gosh. It's very decadent, but luckily the inside doesn't seem that sweet. It's just the outside, and there's no icing, so it can't be that bad, right?
Like that's the key. It's actually a pretty simple donut
Yeah.
because they didn't slather icing and toppings and stuff on it.
No, but it's like the perfect pair for your coffee or tea in the morning, I'd say.
Good thing we got coffee with it.
Oh yeah, we're so
This
smart.
Coffee is actually really delicious.
Oh, it's very, very good.
This is the Boston cream donut that I got. So this is not a cake donut, it's just a regular donut. It's got this layer of chocolate on the top. It's golden brown on the bottom and the top, and you have this little unfried or less fried strip in the middle.
Isn't that supposed to mean that the oil's really fresh?
That's what we heard at one point, but it's also, of course, has the Boston cream on the inside. Man, this thing, it's really massive. It's a massive donut.
Oh, you got to the cream!
Oh man.
You know it's a legit donut when you can get to the cream on the first bite.
Yeah, so often when we eat these kinds of donuts, there's just barely any cream on the inside, but man, it is so good. You can see the cream isn't super thick. Oh man, it's sweet and delicious. The chocolate on the top is real nice. It's about, I mean, it's a super simple donut, but the cream on the inside, I'm not sure exactly what makes it Boston cream, but it's got like a custardy vanilla kind of taste to it. It's like kind of dense on the outside, but then you break through that and it pops into this center part that kind of bursts with all the cream on the inside. It's very nice. Oh man, I just feel bad eating that. Look at that cream.
Oh my god.
Check that out.
You better save
Oh,
some
man.
of that for me.
That is absolutely delicious. I think I might have won. I mean, apple cider's super unique, but this is just damn good. I'm really interested to see which one you like better.
I feel like it's melting because it's so hot out here.
It's a messy donut, you guys.
Yeah, it might be like a second date kind of donut. That cream is amazing. The chocolate is actually, it's a bit like dark chocolate almost. It's not super like milky or sweet. So it's really nice because the cream definitely is. It's almost like a vanilla bean cream. Wow. Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty dang good. Mine's still really good. I like mine better with coffee. I can handle this.
I think that's the key. If you get this, get the coffee with it, because this donut is super dry.
Yeah.
You know, so you need something to drink with it. But this is just...
This is like, if you really want to indulge, do the Boston cream.
Those donuts were too good, you guys. The more I ate the apple cider one, the more I liked it, because they're just two completely different styles of donuts. It really just depends on what you're in the mood for. But and Boston cream one, I'm gonna be dreaming about that, because that is exactly my style of donut.
Yeah, I might say the cream in that Boston cream donut might be like my favorite dessert flavor ever.
It was, at one point she was just like licking the cream out of the donut. It was disgusting, you guys.
It was really cool. I did it really cool like though.
We were just walking to a pub nearby, and we were just trying to get a photo on this corner right here, and a gentleman walked by and said, "Oh, this corner is famous, you know, this is from the movie Ted."
Yeah, with the little cartoon bear with what's his name?
Mark Wahlberg.
Yeah, Mark Wahlberg and the Family Guy. I'm really
Seth
good
MacFarlane.
with names, you guys.
But yeah, apparently it's Chandler and Charles Street, but this corner is in the movie. I haven't seen the movie in ages, so I don't really remember it, but yeah, that's random and kind of cool.
If you come to Boston, it's right near the donut shop, and it's a lovely street to walk down, so why not take a quick detour?
All right, I think we're going to wrap it up here. We found a bar and just got some Sam Adams Boston Lager.
Yeah, I feel like you have to, right?
Yeah, and it's actually really delicious.
Yeah, if you've done the tour, let us know if it was worth it so we can do it next time we come. It was just a little too far south to get to today.
Yeah, we're kind of sad that we only have the one day in the city.
Yeah.
We were just talking about that, how we just need to come back, and we really wanted to eat a bunch of the food today, so we really just spent the time meandering around and going to a couple restaurants. But so that's going to do it for here in Boston. We're going to be heading to Augusta, Maine in our next video. It's going to be our last trip with Greyhound.
Yeah.
And then we're going to be off to the Caribbean, so stay tuned for that as well.
It's going to be so much fun. I can't believe it's already over now. All right, good night, adventurers.
We'll see you on the road.